Defending his network's abysmal handling of the Cuomo brothers, Brian Stelter argues this has been a conundrum for CNN that has no perfect answer and has no perfect solution. Then he lodged Chris Cuomo for being able to continue to go out and do his show and rake in the ratings. Oh, rake in the ratings? You mean the worst rating in worst ratings in prime time? So let's listen to the potato and see what he says here.
Now on the Cuomo brothers, Chris Cuomo has a lot to say, but right now he cannot say it. CNN management has made two things clear to him. One, that he can't talk about his brother Andrew Cuomo on TV, and two, that he cannot participate in any more strategy sessions with the governor's aides. So if you're wondering why Chris has remained silent about the scandal, well, that is why. This week I've been doing reporting on the media angle of this Cuomo story, which has meant talking with staffers here at CNN about Chris Cuomo and his one-of-a-kind situation. TV star in primetime, governor's brother at all times. Now, let's just be candid with each other. These staffers...
Oh, let's be candid. Really? Really? I bet, you know what? It's funny because I think he talked for like 2 minutes and then went off on Fox News. Here, hang on.
...with are my colleagues, of course, and I assured them they could speak anonymously and candidly.
Oh, his colleagues.
What I found is...
Why? Why would your colleagues have to speak anonymously? Are they afraid of, are they afraid that Fredo might have some roid rage when he comes back? What's Don Lemon saying about this? There's his buddy. I don't know that they're that type of buddies, but his buddy, Don Lemon. Does Don Lemon said anything yet about Fredo? All right, hang on.
A more complicated story than you might think.
Oh, it's
this has been a
it's complicated. Yes. An unethical move by Chris Cuomo to help his brother, not only help him as a brother trying to figure out how to spin the BS, but also contacting other news media people and trying to spin it with them too and coming up with a lie to tell. Oh my God. Anyway, what do you say here, Brian?
Conundrum for CNN that has no perfect answer, no perfect solution. Oh. Some think CNN.
Well, no, you know what the perfect solution is, Brian Stelter? You know what the really perfect solution might be? Maybe, perhaps, well, sort of, kind of, maybe, they should fire his ass for being an idiot.
And made it worse by letting Chris interview his brother when COVID-19 was ravaging New York. But that was an unprecedented...
But I thought Andrew Cuomo was the hero of New York. I thought he was handling something. He wrote a book about it. In fact, he had a staff help him write a book about it. And he's got $5 million to show for it in advance, even though the book stopped selling as soon as they figured out about the Great Meemaw Massacre. What are you talking about? Oh, my God. Anyway.
Unprecedented time period. And so is this one. A famous family in the news. A governor who soared to the high.
A famous family who these two idiots are only where they are because their name is Cuomo. And their father was a very powerful man in New York. And so you know what? I just thought of this. Will Chris Cuomo be fired? I don't know. But okay, here we go in the chat. Here I gotta be I'm gonna be intimate with you here. Chat. And even if you're not in the chat, if you're just watching a replay, you can put it in the comment section. Write a comment in the comment section. Chat, here's my question. Regardless of what happens to Chris Cuomo, I want you to give me a time frame, either in months or years. Okay? Give me a time frame of months or years. Regardless of what happens to Chris Cuomo, how long will it be before one of the networks hires Andrew Cuomo as a political analyst? All right, let's finish up with the potato here and see what else he's got to say.
Highest heights last year, now falling to the lowest lows, self-inflicted wounds, and a brother who just wants to do his job.
How? Oh my God. Stelter, a brother who did some unethical shit while doing his job. How about that, potato?
Just wants to anchor his show. But can he? That's the key question.
Yeah.
Well, this week, Chris showed that he can. He tuned out the family drama and led compelling interviews during Cuomo prime time, all while dealing with what has to be one of the
how many times did he bring up DeSantis last week when his brother is the architect of the Great Meemaw Massacre?
Hardest periods of his adult life. Viewers wanted to see him on TV, and let's be honest, this is TV, so that's not a totally irrelevant.
What viewers wanted to see him on TV? If I was viewing CNN, I would have wanted to hear what he had to say about his dumbass brother. But of course, that you don't have. Now look, I understand why Chris Cuomo would not talk about his brother. It'd be a conflict of interest talking about his brother, no matter how he did it. But how come it wasn't a conflict of interest when he was bringing out big fake nose swabs and having him on his show all the time when they thought he was, God's gift to, 19 management? It was unethical then, but since he did it then, why isn't it unethical now for him not to actually report the news? I understand why they would not have him report news against his brother, but now we know that he's been doing some stupid shit that he shouldn't have been doing from an ethical standpoint. Maybe it's time to have a new show at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. on This is CNN. Just saying.
Relevant factor. Chris had the highest rated hour on CNN on Tuesday.
Oh, he had the highest rated hour on CNN. I wonder if that's because people wanted to see if he would mention his brother. Also, the highest rated hour on CNN doesn't even beat reruns of Bonanza on the whatever channel. It doesn't beat Nickelodeon. It doesn't beat any of the major news network shows at that hour, or cable news network show. He's far, far, far behind every other show on Fox and most of the shows at NBT. But it's the highest rated hour on CNN, Brian. Yay! Anyway. Oh, I messed that up. So now, is it still? No, okay, hang on.
That's the key question. Well, this week, Chris used during Cuomo prime time, all while dealing with what has to be one of the hardest periods of his adult life.
Aww.
Viewers wanted to see him on TV, and let's be honest, this is TV, so that's not a totally irrelevant factor.
Did they want to see him so bad?
Chris had the highest rated hour on CNN on Tuesday,
the lowest rated hour of cable news.
And again on Thursday.
Oh, on all 3 days on CNN, they had the highest rated CNN show, which is the lowest rated cable news network. Anyway.
And on those shows, Chris made no reference to his brother's troubles, and that is by design. My sources say
he hasn't been allowed to, because it would be unethical, like it was before when he was talking about his brother being so wonderful.
Clear about its position. He is not covering the governor on TV, period. He is not talking about it at all.
You know what's amazing about that, too? Hey, if it's the biggest news story on TV and you're the anchor at the #1 primetime spot on your news network, perhaps it's time to have somebody else do that hour, at least for the time being, because the #1 story of the day on a news network should probably be mentioned by your primetime hottest spot anchor. All right, what else do you say here?
And you can believe me, I tried. I wanted an interview, and I was turned down.
Oh, they got turned down by your own anchor on another show. So then, of course, Stelter does what he does best, and he tries to make it all about Fox News.
Now, I personally believe he should speak out when the time is right. Chris should share his point of view. He's a part of the story.
Yeah, sure.
The AG's report confirms that Chris was actively talking with the governor's aides about how to handle.
He's part of the story. Yeah, I'll say he's part of the story. He's pretty intimately involved in the story.
The accusations of harassment earlier this year. CNN management said back in May that Chris crossed a line by doing that, and he apologized to colleagues for it.
Oh, he apologized. He apologized. Good for him. Good for him. Pat him on the back. Here, we'll give him a little clap. But there you go. He apologized. Yay. Good for Chris Cuomo.
Some critics said he should have been suspended or even fired. But I'm going to level with you.
Right?
Telling a well-off host to hang out by the pool for a couple of weeks is not a real punishment. It's BS when Fox sends a host off on vacation during a scandal.
Oh, wait. Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is Fredo doing at this very moment? What is he doing at this very moment? An unannounced, unplanned vacation just happened to coincide with the day your brother resigns? What? But I want to hear that again. Hang on.
It's BS when Fox sends a host off on vacation during a scandal.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. He's on, and Fredo's on vacation right now in the middle of the scandal. Anyway.
Scolding a host in public, saying what they did was inappropriate. That is an actual punishment.
Oh, here. Going on vacation during a scandal like Chris Cuomo's doing right now, that's not a punishment. You must scold him in public. You must scold him. Or just do what you do with Jeffrey Toobin. Just suspend him for 6 months or 2 weeks. But isn't he? I could have sworn he's freaking on vacation right now. But anyway.
Again, I think Chris should be asked about all this. He should be grilled like anyone else.
Oh, yes.
That's what numerous staffers at CNN said to me this week.
Get him on your show, Brian.
On the outside.
Oh, wait, he won't go on your show because you're a potato.
Some of the same critics who slammed him for interviewing his brother about COVID are knocking him now for staying silent. But, tune out that bad faith nonsense.
Is it bad faith, Chris? Oh, my God. We're going to keep... Chris, Brian Stelter, is it bad faith? It's bad faith nonsense? What are you talking about? Oh, my God. What an ass. Okay, let's stick with Brian Stelter here.
Here's the logic on the part of management, and you can decide if you agree or you disagree with it. The logic on the part of management is that whatever Chris says about the allegations against his brother will be picked apart. He will be accused.
Yes, it should be. Wouldn't you expect it to be picked apart? Shouldn't you be the one, Brian Stelter, who's picking apart as a media critic for CNN, for This is CNN, the most trusted name in news? Why aren't you asking those tough questions, potato? Just trying to figure this out. Shouldn't he be grilled or at least pilloried in the media on a show about how the press covers things on This is CNN, reliable sources? Oh my God.
Accused of either using his platform to spin for his family, or he'll be accused of betraying his brother. The logic is that he should just...
What if he just tells the truth? Consequences be damned. Or, I got an idea. You could do what your brother did and resign. Because Brian Stelter is not going to ask you the tough questions. I guarantee it. In fact, no one at CNN. Do you think if he comes back, okay, he comes back to his 8 o'clock show, right? Chris Cuomo has a triumphant return after his very conveniently timed vacation, right? And he comes back to CNN. And now, often, at the end of Chris Cuomo's show and before Don Lemon's show, Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo usually have this little weird boy-on-boy thing they do, okay? They have their little boy-on-boy banter, right? And I wonder, when Chris Cuomo returns, do you think Don Lemon will ask Chris any tough questions? Because Don Lemon is, between Chris and Don, sometimes there is some tough love from Don Lemon, right? And I just wonder, and not that kind of tough love, although that might be happening too, but there might be some, I didn't say rough love, I said tough love. Anyway, there might be an uncomfortable question from Don Lemon to Chris Cuomo, because every once in a while they have little disagreements. I mean, genuine, not just for show. Because, Chris tries to, okay, for lack of a better term, white-splain things to Don Lemon, and then Don Lemon tries to black-splain things to him, or gay-splain, or whatever he does. They have their little occasional, they have their occasional little spat, but then they kiss and make up. Not literally, to my knowledge, but anyway. Do you think Don Lemon will decide to ask any uncomfortable questions to Chris Cuomo? I'm going to guess that This Is CNN will not allow it. It's going to be interesting to see how Chris Cuomo survives this also.
Stay out of it. He should do the job that the viewers want him to do.
Oh, I think some of the viewers might just say the job that the viewers want him to do might be to leave the network. I think some of the viewers are probably saying FTG. And I don't mean like viewers who like me, but viewers who actually like Chris Cuomo might just be like, they just might be sick of all this now. So I don't know how many of the, I'm curious if his rating, well, the problem is, anytime you have a scandal like this, there can be a temporary, like Streisand effect bump in ratings, but will the loyal viewers of CNN after this scandal, will they accept anything from Fredo? I'm just curious. Anyway.
Plus, CNN is so much bigger than any one anchor. What really matters most is how CNN as a global news outlet covers the governor's alleged crimes. Now, I asked around about this all week, and I found absolutely no sign that Chris having a show at 9 affects the rest of the day.
Really?
If anything, it's the opposite. Some staffers have speculated that the coverage has been extra tough on CNN because of the scrutiny.
What are you talking about? I am not, now maybe I missed something and I don't watch CNN that often, but usually, there's clips on YouTube and stuff. And if the people at CNN were actually tough about this whole scandal, would other anchors be of covering Chris Cuomo's involvement in it? I don't know that I've seen that. And, they may have given the facts, but have they given opinions about Andrew Cuomo? Or are they more likely to kind of give it the kid glove treatment because one of their prime time a spot anchor is the brother of the governor? You don't think it's, yes, exactly, Amy. You don't think CNN has given this kind of a kid glove treatment, a very rudimentary, well, we'll mention it, but we're not going to talk too much about it? I'm curious what their network coverage is going to be like today, though. But give me a break. Come on.
I think CNN's coverage has been scathing.
Oh,
it has been
scathing.
Appropriately in-depth because this is one of the governors of, this is the governor of...
Really? How much does the coverage mention Fredo? If it's been scathing. Scathing, he says. Scathing?
One of the largest states in the country in the middle of a political firestorm.
Really? Whoa, wait. Let me back up a minute. Has it been scathing? That's a good, that is good. Anyone watch CNN here? I know that's a silly question. No, it would be scathing if a single anchor at CNN has treated this as a smokescreen for the governor's real problems. How much do you think they've talked about some of the other governor's other problems that are coinciding with this particular I don't want to say fabricated scandal, but it's certainly a convenient scandal. Yeah, I don't know about that there, Potato.
So I want you all to know, it's not like Chris is walking around the New York Bureau newsroom hanging out with the reporters who are covering the story. He works several floors away. He doesn't have that kind of interaction.
Yes, he's over in his own private Idaho. He's living in his own private Idaho. He's living in his private Idaho.
Still, there is an optics problem. And that's why I'm dedicating so much time to this here on the show.
Really?
This entire story looks awkward for CNN. As one staffer said to me, the lines are just too blurred when it comes to Chris. Some colleagues are ticked off at him.
Oh, good.
But lots of CNNers also expressed support for him and respect for his anchoring skills. And look, differences of opinion.
His anchoring skills, he could read a fucking teleprompter. Good for him.
Are a good thing. It is a good thing that people have different opinions and they're talking about it and it's being discussed. The Society of Professional Journalists Code of Ethics instructs journalists to avoid conflicts of interest, real or perceived, and to disclose unavoidable conflicts.
Oh, wow. They could have used that a year ago. They could have used that a year ago when he was interviewing his own brother every other night on CNN. And they were chuckling it up, making fun of his brother's big nose. God.
Clearly, family is unavoidable. And in this case, the conflict is disclosed right in the show's name, Cuomo Primetime. So that's not really the issue.
No, it's not.
The issue is whether Chris can continue to do his job, continue to be trusted by the audience.
Well, clearly, why would they start now?
The leaders of CNN think so. But ultimately, that's up to you. That's up to the people who tune in or don't.
Well, like I said, you are going to get a Streisand effect for a while. I don't know how long it'll last, though. It's interesting. Okay, one more. Oh, my gosh, the Newsbusters, yeah. Let's do one more. And since there's one more here, we'll move on to something else.
Trust in this business is earned every day, inch by inch, minute by minute, show by show.
Yeah. So that's why Brian Stelter's ratings suck. Oh, Brian, you one-trick pony.
So here's one thing I know for sure.
Yeah, what do you know, Brian?
Chris is going to have a surreal birthday on Monday. He always takes his birthday off.
Oh, this is from Saturday.
He always takes it off work. But this year he's going to be absent while his brother is fighting for his political life.
Well, convenient. So convenient that he's on vacation when his brother resigns.
Trying to stop this impeachment train. And bad faith actors are going to say Chris has been canceled or something when they don't see him on air on Monday.
Oh, is that what they're going to say, Brian? Or are they going to say what I just said? Because on Tuesday, when his brother resigned, how convenient that he just happens to take this unannounced vacation.
Don't believe it.
Don't believe it?
I checked with sources on his staff, and they confirmed that he booked this time off months ago.
Oh, okay.
It is an actual vacation.
Okay.
But it's coming at a really, really difficult time for Chris
really convenient
personally.
Time.
And that's something that many sources brought up to me.
You know, I got a question, okay? So let's say we had a scandal where, let's say Sean Hannity's brother was the governor of Montana, okay? And as the brother of the governor of Montana, but let's say that Governor Hannity of Montana was caught castrating prize bulls in some ranches out in Montana, and when he wasn't supposed of bulls he didn't own, he's out there castrating cows because he was harvesting Rocky Mountain oysters, right? And but he was doing it on cows and on bulls he did not own, and so then it became a scandal in the state of Montana, and the legislature was about to impeach him because he's taking property that is not his. And his brother was advising him, well, just say you didn't do it and yada, yada, yada. And so then as the legislature gets together to say, hey, you can't be castrating bulls that don't belong to you, and your brother was here advising you to lie about it. And so we're probably going to impeach you. And then all of a sudden, Sean Hannity decides, he takes a convenient vacation during his birthday. Do you think that this line right here would be uttered from Brian Stelter's mouth?
That's something that many sources brought up to me. Whether they agree or disagree with management's decision, a lot of people feel a lot of sympathy for him.
Oh.
I think that's significant that you all should know.
Because I would think there would be a whole lot of people that feel sympathy for Sean Hannity and Governor Hannity. Would Brian Stelter care about that? Would that be a big factor in Brian Stelter's reporting on Governor Hannity castrating bulls that did not belong to him, trying to harvest some Rocky Mountain oysters? I don't think so.
And as for vacation, seems like everyone could want to use one of those.
Oh, yes, everyone, including Brian Stelter. Maybe Brian Stelter should go on vacation, and Don Lemon should go on vacation, and Anderson Cooper should go on vacation, and Wolf Blitzer should go on vacation, and just everybody on CNN needs to go on vacation because they need to shut that channel down. But anyway...
Now our coverage of this story continues in the Nightly Reliable Sources newsletter. You can sign up for free right now at reliablesources.com.
Okay, I don't care. But a lot of people have sympathy for him. That's fantastic. Brian Stelter, I'm so glad that people have sympathy for him, and I just think that maybe we should all just give him a break and leave him alone and let him think about this in solitude and maybe have a cup of hot cocoa and whatever else that they do in that place over there. So anyway, hey, this is PDawgKnight, and thank you for watching today on the PDawgKnight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cashapp, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm PDawgKnight, and I'm out of here.